Linda from Who's Walking Who Dog Training Centers. This is lesson 3 of Family Dog, and in this video, we are going to start the first steps of training the recall. The recall is asking your dog to come. Now, again, unfortunately, with this particular one, it is going to be one of the hardest things you teach your dog. And the reason being is that when they are outside, there's so many interesting things for them to check out, to sniff. Whereas when you're in your house, they have access to almost any time that they want to have access to. But when they're outside and you're with them, oh, why should they be with you when there's so many more interesting things out there that they can explore? And that's why this is so difficult. So we are going to take this in baby stages, and we're going to make it, you have to make it so that you are super exciting. And a lot of people have difficulty with this. And that's because some people are uncomfortable with getting excited, but you have to be excited to get them wanting to come back to you. Here's the other thing with this. You need to make sure that you never call them to come if you're calling them to come for them to go and do something they don't like. So let's assume your dog does not like to be bathed and you need to give your dog a bath. If you call them to come and then they go, okay, let's go downstairs and let's go and get you into the bathtub, and they absolutely hate that process, they are going to associate every time you come, meaning you have to go have a bath, even though that might not be the case, but that's what's going to be going through their head. So they're not going to want to come. So don't call them to, don't use the word come if it's for something that they don't enjoy. The other thing that you want to make sure is that you don't get angry with this. Now you do need to teach this on leash. The reason being is that if you do it off leash and they don't come, you have no choice but to go and get them. And then it usually becomes a very frustrating event. It's not a happy event. You may go and you might have to get them by the collar and bring them in. Well, that's no fun. So that just associated the word come, simply meaning, okay, I'm coming out to get you and we're going back in, or whatever you were doing is over. The other thing you want to make sure of is that you don't get angry with this word. So let's again assume that your dog's out in the backyard. You need to get them into the house because you have a doctor's appointment, so you're calling to your dog, Sparky, come! Sparky, come! Come on, let's go! I got a doctor's appointment! Come on! Now you're getting angry with them, and they're kind of looking at you going, oh no, I don't think I'm coming anywhere near you. You're not very happy right now. So again, they're associating that word come with something not very good, something you're not happy about. So it's really important that we make sure that we keep this come word as a super fun thing. It's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get to you because you're the funnest person ever. So this is the way we're going to treat this. We're going to teach this for our dogs. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the fun game. It's very similar to orientation game or the name game, but we're going to add the word come. So what we're going to do is we're going to toss a treat out. We're going to say our dog's name, call them to come, and when they come back to us, you can call that come with lots of excitement. When they get back to us, you are going to give them at least 3 little treats. And you're going to deliver those treats one at a time, just like we did for sit and till. Don't hand them 3 treats in their hand like that because they can't count. It's got to be delivered 1, 2, 3. You can even give them 4 or 5 treats. Always make sure that you reward them with many treats, not one. Because here's the thing, you throw one out there and they get one for going out and they get one for coming back to you, well, maybe it's not worth coming back to you because they only got one for coming back. You've got to put the value on you, on coming back to you. So here's how this is going to look. If I can get Star awake. Are you ready to work with me? Oh yeah, you bet, you got food, I'll work with you. So the way you're gonna do this is, and I have Star on leash, I'm going to toss the treat out. I'm going to call her name, tell her to come. She should get you should see the little head turn when I say her name, just a little bit of a head turn. When I call the come, she should come back to me, and I'm going to reward her 3 times. Are you ready? Okay. Get it! Star! Come! Yes, right here! I dropped the leash because it got under her feet. Oh, that was a really chewy treat. I'm going to let her finish chewing that one. We'll just hang on a minute. Are you done? Okay, and I'm still going to reward her 3 times, even though these are really chewy treats, eh? There we go. Try that one. I'm still going to reward her 3 times. There we go. Good job. Let me grab some other treats. There we go. Okay? Just take the leash. I did drop her leash simply because it got tangled between her teeth, between her feet. So you can drop the leash if you see it's getting tangled. We don't want them getting tangled up in their leash because that will put them off as well. Okay, are you ready, girlie? Get it! Oh, now it's on her nose. Star, come! Yes, right here, very good. And she does sit in front. We're gonna add that in, but right now don't worry about them sitting in front for you, all right? So that's how you're gonna play this game initially. I'll do it one more time. Get it! Oh, sorry, stuck to my finger. That didn't work. Ready? Get it! Star, come! Yeah, good girl right there. Nice, very good. And 3 treats for the reward back. I'll even give you 4 on that one. That was awesome. So that's how you're gonna play this game initially. You're gonna play that one a few times. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a hand signal, because remember, we have a hand signal for everything. Now the hand signal for come is this. Your right arm goes straight out and it comes into your chest like this. It's really important that you do teach them the hand signal. The reason is this. As our dogs get older, they do lose their hearing or their eyesight. It happens. If your dog has been trained with both verbal and hand signals, then when they lose one of those senses, you'll be able to continue to communicate with them using the sense that they still have. So when our second golden retriever went totally deaf, when I put her out in the backyard, she wouldn't be allowed off leash in green space areas anymore. But in the backyard, she could certainly go off leash, no problem. But if I needed her to come into the house, I would stomp on the floor. She would follow the vibration where that stomp came from, see me, and I would simply do this, and she would come into the house because she knew that command. And that's why we're going to teach it. This, by the way, is a hand signal that they use for field work, for dogs that are doing field work. Very visual, very, very visual from quite a distance. So it is going to look like this. Are you ready to start? Here we go. And you might want to practice that hand signal before you even send your dog initially, okay? Just kind of practice that motion because it is kind of weird. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Get it! Start! Come! Yeah, right there. There we go. And that's what it looks like. It's just the arm swing. I will do this one more time. Oh, and you're still going to reward 3 times. Here we go. I know, I almost gypped you, didn't I? Okay, ready? Get it! Star! Come! Right in here, good girl. And here's what you can do. She's wrapped around her leash. Here's what you can do if your dog does not initially come back, all right? So you've called the word come. Just want to untangle Star here. There we go. You've called the word come. Star, can you come over here a minute? And, okay, stay. And they're not coming. What you can do is grab that treat. Grab one that you had in your hand. When you call the word come and they're not coming, you actually go in, you've got the treat ready, and you lure them into you, all right? We do want them to sit now. We're gonna add that sit in as well when they get to you, and here's the reason why. Very often the dog will come in, if they're still in a standing position, and yes, you reward them 3 times, they may then take off. When we get them into the sit position, we stop the momentum. So they'll stop, they get the treats. It takes them a minute or 2 to actually get back up and move off. And maybe you don't want them to move off. Maybe it's time to clip on their leash, if they're off leash, and go somewhere. So we do want to stop that momentum. So add in that sit at the very end as well. We're going to do this one more time for you, just the last time for you to see it. Ready? Get it! Star, come! That's it, right in here. Good girl. Into the sit. Oh, very lovely sit, pretty. Yes, you added that in. That was lovely. There we go. I'll give her 3 rewards, and that is it. So, do make sure you practice this on leash, both in your house and outside. Don't do it off leash. We're going to show you how to do things using a long line in another video, but just work on this first, again, in many different places. Have fun. Make sure you're having fun with your dog and doing this, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.